course, not everyone likes football, but you gotta love the commercials, and we're looking at the best and all of the rest. That's next.
Welcome back at 7:25. You know, the game was good all the way down to the last plays, the last minute out there. But a lot of people were watching. They're like, you know what? I loved or hated the commercials.
Well, there are a lot of people, and we have a lot of opinions on this couch right now. From TV Guide magazine, we have Stephen Battaglio, along with Mark Stevens, marketing expert and the author of Your Marketing Sucks. You know, that's the name of the book. Yeah. And you know what? We're finding out what really won and what really didn't work when it came to the spot. So what was your opinion, Stephen? Because you're always interesting. Go ahead.
I think overall we're going through sort of a fundamental change in how we see these ads.
Yeah, right.
Because, you know, it used to be there was a big build up to the game and what ads you were going to see. Now you know going in what ads
you
you're
do.
going to see. They're available online.
You
there are teasers. You run them on your program.
It's kind of like a buzzkill. Let me say that. Do you think, Mark?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you were disappointed.
One of the things I'm so happy is that Madison Avian doesn't run the country.
I mean, so you have your book, you know, Your Marketing Sucks. Would you say that overall the Super Bowl ads this year suck?
Yeah, because they're usually just a mashup of young creative directors trying to show how cool they are.
Yeah, well,
and win a Clio award. I mean, don't forget the model for advertising is to sell products and services.
All right, so what do you think?
And they forget that when they do this.
Well, Stephen, what worked, in your opinion?
I like the Silverado GM truck ad.
Okay.
The Mayan apocalypse, the car driving out.
Yeah.
And
with Barry Manilow, I was like, where is this going?
Well, it was sort of epic and strange. It was weird and funny and dark, and I thought it was risky. I thought it was taking a chance.
The Twinkies and then the frogs falling out.
Well, it was all those cliches about the end of the world.
The interesting thing is that
it was funny and it was different. And it was a little dark, which I think is risky in a Super Bowl
interesting thing to me was that the advertisers who took the most sort of sober approach tried to be less flashy, like Clint Eastwood, like the Budweiser Clydesdales, which fits into the broad scope of the way these American iconic companies.
So you're saying the Anheuser one was a win-win all the way?
A total win-win, because you have to look at the whole sweep of how they promote themselves over the course of a year, not in 30 seconds.
Interesting. So which one
it fits into the whole model of the way they Coca-Cola too. It fits in. If you're gonna play the brand guardian game, which is what they do in these commercials, that helps fortify that.
So which one did you like here? This one was your favorite, the Anheuser. Which one did you absolutely hate?
Well, to me, the slam dunk worst. How anybody allowed that commercial to go on, how that person is still working, was Cars.com.
Oh, yeah.
A mutant head on somebody's shoulder. That's how I was.
I actually thought it was kind of funny and irreverent. I don't know.
It definitely really makes you buy the car.
Well, it doesn't make me buy the car, but it just kind of was like, you know, because, you know, I always feel like you have a devil and an angel on both sides of your shoulders.
But it's supposed to make you buy the car.
Well, okay, you're right. It didn't get that.
She's not buying a car.
But I'll tell you something I really liked was I liked the Clint Eastwood. Look at his face right now.
Yeah, that's the one. That's your least favorite.
Stephen, why didn't you like the Clint Eastwood commercial?
Well, last year we saw Eminem telling us about how Detroit was coming back, and it had a certain anger and energy to it. And here you're doing almost the same ad again, but with Clint Eastwood, a Hollywood actor, sounding like he needed a pitcher of water. I mean, he sounded terrible. And the message was, it's halftime, America? Well, what does that mean? I didn't really get it. I also feel that, I mean, Clint Eastwood, a guy who's probably never voted for a Republican president or a Democratic president, and here, you know, Chrysler came back because they got a government bailout.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't really understand what the whole
Jump in, Mark! Jump in!
You're just reading too much into it. Clint Eastwood is a iconic figure in America. He can deliver that line about punch us in the face and punch you back. And it was a good uplifting feeling about going back as Americans to go back to Detroit and buy an American car. A lot of those cars with the cool mashup commercials from the crazy creative directors didn't show you anything that your heart would feel that you'd want to go back and buy.
It was all cars, a lot of beer commercials. You guys are going to stick around, so we're going to talk more about my favorites, because there were a couple that were hits.
I'm just going to say, Stephen, he made my day. That's all I'm going to say. All right?
Okay.
We're going to talk more about the Super Bowl ads. We got definitely
buy a Chrysler or he'll kill you. That's
we'll talk about it.
We're going to share your favorites and least favorites, too.
Yeah, let us know, you know, from this year's games. Go to pix11.com/morning news and fill us in on your faves, the ones you hated, also our Facebook and Twitter. And then tomorrow, be sure to catch the Giants victory parade on Pix 11 here. Jody Applegate is going to be doing that along with Mario Diaz. That starts at 11 a.m.